is it? Q&A time. What time is it? Q&A time. Q&A time. Q&A time. I'm not live yet. What happened? What happened? Ah, there we go. There we go. Oh, what a night. We are live and it's Friday night. Gonna drink beer till I feel alright. What a feeling, what a night. Oh, what a night. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. McGiggle, what's going on? How we all doing, folks? Great to see you. 69 watching. Yeah. Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to an episode of Packast, the podcast where you're not a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom frickin' Friday Q&A and Grossi. That's right. We here. We are here. What's going on, everyone? Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Hello. America's Got Talent is calling. They're probably saying, hey, please never sing again. Thanks, bye-bye. And that's it. I'm meant to be sleeping. Shh, go to sleep. That's it. Oh, yes. What's going on, folks? How are we? I'm good. Hello. I'm on the final episode of the Michael Jordan documentary. And I have to say, it's making me like basketball, and I don't know how to feel or what to do with that information. Bobby, what's up, Sam? Bobby, what's going on? Fabulous. That's it. No rules football. I haven't. Can Aaron Rodgers play in the nude? My shoe collection. Thank you. I mean, I really don't have many shoes, but you're talking about the Packers ones? I have 2 pairs, and they are great. Travis with a $10 donation saying that's on Joe Flacco signing a deal with the Jets. Yeah, it's a one-term deal. It was a 1.5 and then up to 4.5 mil. I think it's just more for a backup, but who knows? You know, the Jets are going to Jets, so maybe they'll replace Sam Darnold. I doubt it, though. I don't think Joe Flacco's leading any more teams. I think, you know, his tenure with Denver proved that, but, you know. Jets are going to Jet, so that's it. Favorite candy? Really don't eat a lot of candy anymore, but if I had to go with something, probably like sour Skittles. That'd be good. How do I feel about Dennis Rodman? He had cool hair. I didn't find a girlfriend. No, the search continues. It definitely continues. All right, new camera. No, not new camera. Same old camera. Same camera it's always been. That's it. Jim B, what's going on? How we doing? All right, hold on. Before we begin, please hold. Your call is very important to us as I play some brief hold music. That's called Dying Cat Music. Okay. Okay, gotta shout out our beer masters. We got David Vincent. We got Dr. Link, Fuzzy Penguin, Jedi Code 3, Kenneth James, Kyle Lowney, Max Center, Mitchell Kiernan, and Zachary Kressler. Cheers. Oh, and wait a minute. Speaking of beer masters, I must reclaim a beer from the beer fridge. Sponsored by New Air. Carter Dolly, who's going to Super Bowl and thoughts on the Bengals? Bengals, I don't think they're going to be a great team. I think they'll still be in the bottom 10th of the league. But they'll get better over time. And then with Super Bowl, I mean, I got to think Chiefs-Ravens from the AFC are favorites. And then it's probably going to be like 49ers, Saints, Packers, Seahawks on the NFC. NFC's a little bit more competitive. But I believe in the Bills, too. Nathaniel John Nation, are you making a Falcons reaction video? Yes. Because I dunked on you a little bit in the Panthers one. Yes, I will. McGiggle Mouse! Yo! What's going on? Thanks for the donation, buddy. I appreciate it. Nah, I couldn't connect with Stephanie. It was just schedules didn't align. I know. Beer is good. Dave Boucher, how we doing, buddy? Good to see you. Will I do a Jacksonville Jaguars one? Maybe. Technically, I got 9 teams left if I want to do them all. So, that's it. If I want to do them all. Luke, feel better, my friend. That's it. Zach, what's going on? Good to see ya. How are ya? You had some Wisconsin cheese curds. Oh, damn. Oh, man. One step closer to becoming a Packers fan. That's it. That's it. A Titans draft reaction. You already got a Titans season reaction video. What else do you want from me? All right, I'm going to drink beer. Hold on. Yeah. I've been really limiting the amount of beer I've been drinking because I don't want to drink it all and then not have any. Carson the Mushroom with a $9.99 donation says, come out with more merch. I'm trying. But it's also like, you know, crappy times. You know, I don't want to be like, here, guys, here's merch. Some people can't afford it. I don't want to put that pressure on people. But there'll eventually be more merch. Lucas with donation saying, for someone who doesn't know, New York, where is Westchester? About like 45-ish minutes south of, well, I guess technically like 25. Westchester's pretty big. North of the city. Carter Donnelly, thoughts on Dak's contract? Oh, yeah, that's funny. Andy Dalton's gonna lead the way. That's what I want. Jimmy saying Bud Light is cheap. You could buy lots of it. Just like my first sensual encounter, just because it's cheap doesn't mean you should do it. And that's what I've been saying ever since. Why do you have to burn me on Twitter? Every now and then, when you leave it wide open, you gotta shoot. That's it. Finn, thanks for the $1.99 donation. Much appreciated. Hey, Tom, how about a collaboration with Notorious Shitposter Urinating Tree? I would love to do that. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming out on a Friday evening. This is what people voted for. They said this worked best for their schedules, so I'm just listening to the people. Inculted with a $10 donation. What Packer player do you think will have a breakout season? Rashawn Gary. Wow! Yeah, Rashawn Gary. I think that he is going to have a very, very good season, because if he doesn't, there's going to be some significant problems on Brian Gutekunst's hands and also Pettin's hands. But yeah, him, who do I want to take a big leap? I also want EQ. But Rashawn Gary's like my number one guy. Maybe Kiki, too. Do you love me? Yes. Rams reaction video. I already did a Rams. They're done. Travis with a $20 donation. Think you might want to become a sports analyst on TV one day, or do you want to stick with this? First of all, thank you for the donation. But that's a great question. I think it depends, because I put this on Twitter, I think, like, last week when I was drinking. It was, like, late at night. And I was just like, wow, I built something, and it has, like, 84,000 subs. And I'm very proud of that. So, like, I don't foresee myself just giving that up to go do other things. If there's a situation in which I could do both, I would be happy to do that. But as long as I could keep creating and stimulating growth, that's what she said, I would be happy. So I wouldn't be against it, but it'd have to be for the right people, the right organization, and it'll have to allow me to do what I want to do. Greg with a $4.99 says, hey, Tom, will you do a vid on the possibility of Mike Daniels coming back to Green Bay? Greg, I'm so glad you asked that question. I have gotten so many, I didn't think I needed to. I got so many DMs about Mike Daniels. So because of that, Monday's video will be on Mike Daniels. So there you go. You can take it to the bank, and I forgot I'm wearing shorts, and I slapped my leg very hard. Nate with $1.09, how do you think the Saints are going to do? Packers need wide receiver, tight end. I don't think they need a tight end. Wide receiver, perhaps, but if one of our guys steps up, then that will be alleviated. I think the Saints will be a very good football team still. They'll be in a little bit more of a competitive division because of the Buccaneers, maybe, but I expect to see them in the playoffs. Ray, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see ya. GP John with a $5 donation says, do you think Josh Rosen is a bust? I don't think he's been given a lot of opportunities, but when he is given opportunities, he doesn't do well with them. So, you know, the offensive line in the Miami game, you know, wasn't god-awful. He was just making god-awful throws. I would pick him up for like a super cheap contract, not now because we have Jordan Love, but I would like to see him get another, like a real opportunity somewhere, but I have to imagine that he's probably going to be a bust. I don't know if anyone's going to do that. McGiver with a $1.99. We signed Buchanan, but not Cookus, so who cares? I know. Who cares? Cookus all the way. Mobile Fortnite bot on Instagram. Thank you for the 99-cent donation. That's weird. Carter, a favorite reaction video from this season, the Texans or the Cowboys one? Both Texas ones. Lucas with $2 speaking of UT, think Pitt is on the up or down? Depends on how Big Ben plays, but I would think they are trending somewhat upward, but, you know, I think that a lot of that's going to depend on Roethlisberger. But we'll see. I don't know if he's healthy. I don't know if he's gonna, he's obviously shaved off the beard, so that means something. One favorite gun dynamite. What was your favorite reaction video? Again, yeah, either the Cowboys one was a lot of fun. The Texans one was a lot of fun as well. Yeah, they were good. When are you going to get your long-lost brother on the show, Jim Carrey? I want Jim Carrey so bad. I want to interview him so badly, or just meet him. I would just like to sit down and have a conversation with him and see if I could survive. Cynthia at 499 Nation, what do you think about AB in Baltimore or Seattle? I don't think either team is going to take a chance on him, to be honest. If just purely my opinion, I think AB is done. He has a ton of talent, but the guy also, needs help. He was throwing penises at the cops. It's not really an indicator of, things are going really well, so I don't think it's going to happen. Aiden, what's your question? A cheesehead. Yes, right there. Right here, behind the donation thing. Yes. I'm sorry, I know I'm answering just donation questions right now. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss any. Don't worry, we got all night. Carter Diner, Aaron Rodgers' new home? No, he didn't buy one and he's not selling one. He's not going anywhere ever. Ever. Jimmy and Jim B, please play nice. Kamara or Cook? Kamara is more dynamic, so I'd go Kamara. That'd be my opinion. Let's see. One favorite gunner. Rosen is a bust. Fitzmagic got them to 5 wins. There you go. It's true. Jay Udaya, what's your view on the New Orleans Saints? Will be playoff contenders. It's going to be really interesting to see what they do post-Breeze, but while Breeze is still there, I think they'll be just fine. Yes, he is the best Eggman. Finn with 49, LL, meant to ask you, did you see Josiah Jaguar's drafted video on his college Twitter? Awesome. Yes, I did. That was very wholesome, and it made me feel very good on the inside. So, yes. Dicey Ninja, so the Joe Flacco signing Jets at it again. Listen, they get a comparable backup. Adam, thank you for the $1 donation, by the way. They get a comparable backup, but I think Sam Darnold needs to impress. So, of course, Lace is out. Of course. Sean with 49, do you think salary cap drops due to COVID? Yes. Packers might want to cut Rodgers after 2 years. Cap casualty if that happens, something to think about. I don't think they will, for the cap reasons. Because, again, it's all going to depend on Jordan Love. There's a lot of guys whose caps start jumping way, way up. The Smith brothers are going to start jumping way, way up. Rodgers obviously is going to take the bulk of it. But it's not just him who's going to be really, really expensive in these coming years. Zeke with Charlie Nation, thoughts on the proposal onside kick? The 4th and 15? Well, Patrick Mahomes yeah, I could do that. And I don't doubt it. I think it definitely caters to very strong offensive passing attacks. I wouldn't hate it. Because, right now, it's almost impossible to get an onside kick. Travis, with a $30 donation, saying, I've noticed that a lot of Hall of Fame QBs wore 12. Name is Staubach. Yup. Think Rodgers could join them? Oh, yeah. Rodgers is a first ballot Hall of Famer. And that's not even the bias in me. He is one of the greatest to ever lace him up. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Abso-frickin-frackin-lutely. The Packers will most likely retire that number. Mode Nation $1.99. Why did Jimmy Graham get so much hate in Green Bay? Because he didn't really do much. Now, I will say, I think fans' expectations for him were ridiculously high. When he came in, I was like, meh, I don't think he's going to really do a whole much. I think he's over the hill, and he's kind of just whatever. But I think a lot of people had a lot of hope in him, and he just didn't pan out. He never became that red zone threat. So, that was a problem. Rosen of Pittsburgh to sit behind Big Ben and eventually replace him? Depends on what Rudolph does. I mean, have we seen enough of Rudolph in Pittsburgh to say that he's completely gone? I don't know. I didn't see the message attached to it. No. Sorry. That's my fault. It's tough to see the message on there. They don't send it in with the email. It makes me sad. All right, hold on. I think I'm almost caught up. And then I can start asking questions that don't have monetary value attached to it. One favorite gunner, 49. Bills tight end Knox. Yep, could be a great dude. He's a complete bulldozer. Watch his play versus the Bengals, but needs work on his catching, which he admitted to. I'll take a look at some of his tape. They need a good tight end, so that might put their offense over the edge. Cardone, Raiders QB situation and better than the Broncos. I'm actually giving the edge to the Broncos, not just because of what they did with the draft, but also getting Melvin Gordon as well. Locke is already kind of bonded with Fant and Sutton. I think that offense is going to be really, really good. But the Raiders have Josh Jacobs. What's going on with their QB situation? I mean, do we have faith in Carr? I mean, this has been a question for a while if Gruden actually believes in him. So, I mean, again, he's another one that, like, prove it. We'll see what happens. Broncos, Titans, who do you got? I say they split. If they played best 2 out of 3, but if I had to go with just one, I'd probably say Titans, just because they'll run over that defense a little bit. Zeke with a $2 Nation. Most painful and raging moment you had in football? Either fail... Okay. Here... Those are actually two different answers. Painful was the 2014 NFC Championship game. Raging was the Fail Mary. And that's why I'll always hate the Seahawks. I remember actually audibly screaming at my television during the Fail Mary. And then I was just dead inside for the 2014 championship, so... I said there's a test donation for the 100K stream where I will be the top donator. We shall see, my friend. We shall see. I mean, you are responsible for many of these fine wares I have with toasters, so... Is Nathan Peterman the GOAT? Yes, and then Case Cookus came to town. That's it. Where's Jade? Upstairs. Delicious beer. Delicious. Alright. Let's see. Who do you think will be the number 1 seeds in the playoffs next year? If I had to guess, AFC Chiefs, and then NFC, probably 49ers. It probably would be. I think the 49ers got... Well, they lost to Forrest Buckner. I think they're going to be top contenders again. Have you ever had a good clapback at a heckler? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Many a times. Many a times. I do miss I do miss doing stand-up. Vikings fan, what is wrong with you? Nothing. You could change. I believe in you. Carter, how long were you crying after the Packers NFC loss? I actually didn't cry. I was in the city, and I just, on the train ride home, was just completely silent and did not talk to anybody. And then I made my first reaction video, and that's what started Packast. So, good things, I guess. Upstairs with Tome. Wouldn't doubt it. Is it just me, or do all Packer fans like beer? Even kids. It's the Wisconsin way. All right. Well, I think of the Cardinals, their trajectory is going way up. I don't know if they'll go to playoffs this year, but they are definitely a team to watch. So I'm excited to watch some of their games. So thoughts on actual football, like what it's made out of? I mean, it's ironic because I'm vegan, you know, the whole pigskin thing, but it seems durable. What's going on, Seth? How we doing? Favorite Rise Against? Yeah, I know they're from Chicago. I know. Favorite Rise Against song? From Heads Unworthy, Blood to Bleed. Swing Life Away is classic too. Prayer of the Refugees, pretty damn good. Survive. I like a lot. I've seen like Rise Against like 7 or 8 times in concert. Kyler Murray or Drew Lock? I think Kyler Murray has more of an arsenal because he has like his legs, but Locke might be the better pocket passer. Again, we haven't seen a ton of them yet, so. What do I think about the Bears offseason? Meh. Big meh. You got Quinn. I don't know how he's going to fit on the defense, but, you know, getting Jimmy Graham is whatever. Nick Foles is kind of just admitting that Trubisky sucks, but he might be able to lead you competently, you know, in offense, so that works. Is Josh Gordon worth a cheap contract? I wouldn't hate it. I don't think we'll do it. That's just my gut feeling. Carter, 99. Chiefs win Super Bowl. If they win the Super Bowl, where does Mahomes rank QB? Of all time? I mean, he's not like, you know, top 5 yet or anything like that. Give him time. You know, the guy's got to play more football, but he will definitely start being in those conversations if he's able to do what he does consistently. Zeke with $2 Nation. Jets want a 1st and 3rd for Jamal Adams, supposedly. Yep, and they could take that and they could go put that anywhere else. So, Coach Seasons 1 and 2 made me realize that I could relate with Tome on some levels. Just wait till Season 3. And it's going to get real sexy in here. Riley at 499. Do you think the 2014 championship started the downfall of McCarthy? Yeah. I'd say. I think it was after 2014, you needed to definitely move on from capers, which we did way too late. And then there needed to be some changes. Yeah, I would say so. Elijah, what's your most cherished piece of memorabilia? I have some like really old hats from when I was like 8 years old. So that has like some sentimental value. The frame is pretty great. The 2 signed helmets, I'm pretty sure one of them is probably fake, but you know what? Perception's reality, and my perception says that they're real. So, but I also like got some like this, like I got from my dad. I had a fan make this for me, Seth, which was freaking awesome. All the toasters and everything. I know I just named like everything in here, but yeah. A fan sent me months ago. They looked up where my P.O. box was, and they had a sign made for me that said Lambeau Field is like 1,035 miles away. That was really cool, too. And it came with a nice picture. Okay, I think I missed a donation. I did. Please hold. Connor99, hey Tom, I love your TikToks. Thank you, I need to make another one. I've just been busy. But I was recording a podcast at 10 o'clock last night, so... Season 3, don't worry, it'll happen. It'll happen. It depends on how long this quarantine goes. Maybe I'll start writing it soon. All right. Do I think Jameis will stay with the Saints after Breeze retires? There's potential. There's definitely potential that he does. Definitely. Have I been to Lambeau Field? Yes, many times. Yes. Corwin, had any nice beer lately? So obviously rolling with the dose today. I got some Staples, we got some Fat Tire, and we got Sam Summer. I have to say, Sam Adams, I know you don't care anything about what I'm about to say, but like your summer's gotten too sweet. I like drank it and I was like, It's so sweet that I feel like my dad would like it because it's almost like a Mike's Hard Lemonade. It's getting like way into shandy territory. I wasn't a fan. I'll drink it because I had nothing else, but you know. Come on, Sammy. Any more bedtime stories? I am hoping to do some more of those. Yes. Carter, where were you? The Packers won the Super Bowl. AR on the show. I mean, you have to flood Aaron Rodgers and be like, go on Packast. Go on Tom Grossi's show. I've been trying to get him on for years. Hasn't worked. And where I won the Super Bowl? 45. I was in college. And it was a great time. It was a great time. What happens to Packast if the 2021 season is canceled? Tears. But I'm still going to be doing stuff. What am I going to do? Nobody knows. But we're going to figure it out. But that is a big concern of mine. Because then I don't make any money and my life is sad. So, yeah. What level do you think Mahomes or any other future elite QB needs to get in order to be the undisputed GOAT? That's tough. I feel like they're going to have to get like 3 rings just because of like for the Tom Brady conversation. They're going to have to get 3 and they're going to have to get like 3 MVPs and like just like constantly just be bringing their teams to like championship games. Junior has his best sense of humor. Agreed. Geek Boy, John Nation, 2014, the only time I rooted for Pats in the Super Bowl. There you go. I did not mind what happened to them. I did not mind what happened to the Seahawks. Not a bit. Zeke, how did you and your dad get along during football? I mean, we had more of a football relationship later in life when I like grew up, and then we went to the Des No Catch game. That was fun for me. So, am I upset that Bart Starr has more rings than Rodgers? No, Bart Starr is a phenomenal quarterback. Again, it's a team sport. It's a team sport. If it wasn't, Rodgers would have more rings. And that's the truth. Secret underdog, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Okay. Let's see. Do I play fantasy? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Ready to fight on an issue. If the season doesn't go, you already have picked out the street corner you're going to work? Yes. And I have not shaved my legs. So, ladies, form a line. And gentlemen, form another line. But yes. Family Guy or South Park? South Park. Sorry. I haven't watched either of them in a while, but South Park. Worst sports jersey I've ever seen. The new Rams ones? They're pretty bad. Again, I could just relate to football. I know some Steelers fans might not be happy. I was never a big fan of the Bumblebee one. Maybe that one. Maybe that. I have to think about it. Let's see. Boo! Oh, don't boo me! Your boos give me strength! At least Rodgers has more rings than the Vikings organization. Yes. 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 Feet for days. Yes. All the feet. All the feet. I missed a donation. No, I didn't. No. I got all the donations. I said raise. Yeah. I got them all. Killing me here. I gotta go back. I gotta see. Zeke with John Nation, can we get Jay in the room? We'd love to see her. I'll try calling for her once. Jade! Silence. We'll see what happens. You should have got Jay Sternberger to convince Aaron. No, I brought Jay Sternberger on because I wanted to talk to Jay Sternberger. I feel weird of being like, hey, can you go and get somebody else to come on my show? So, you know. Josh Allen, this is his year. This is his year. He's got the defense. He's got the weapons. If he doesn't produce, I got a problem. Jade, I have vegan Mike's Hard Lemonade. I love it. I love it. If I had a choice between living in Lambeau Field and living in a mansion with a bunch of Packer fans, which one? Now, when you say live in Lambeau Field, does that mean, like, I'm, like, sleeping underneath, like, the stadium and, like, the boiler room? Because that doesn't sound so comfortable. I feel like I wouldn't be able to sleep well, either. I guess I'll go with the mansion. I guess that. But can it be close to Lambeau? That's what we're talking about. Do I have any good or bad thoughts about Jordan Love? Do you believe he can start in the future? Sure. He just needs... He has the potential to do really, really well. And if you want to see that, go look at his 2018 highlights if you don't want to go look at, like, you know, actual game tape. And then if you want to see how bad he could be, look at the 2019 season. It could go either way. But again, I said if we drafted him, he's got to sit. And that is exactly what he's going to be doing. He's going to be sitting. Imagine the Packers draft Love and Jace just texts you. Oof. Well, I texted him when we got the tight end, and I was like, I am so sorry. So sorry. Do I like Dark Souls and Bloodborne? Dark Souls, I've only played a little bit of it, and it was okay. Bloodborne is one of my favorite games. Probably Dylan one. I would say probably AJ Dillon. But could also be Martin. But I think AJ Dillon will have the most impact as a rookie. Has Jade signed her contract to do predictions for the 2020 NFL season if it happens? Yeah, she, like, threatened not to the other day, or, like, last week. And I was like, nah, you're gonna do it. And she's like, no, I won't. And I was like, yeah, you will. She's like, okay. She probably didn't say that. It's fine. I'll weekend at Bernie's it, right? Like, I'll get her when she's sleeping, and I'll plop her down in a chair. It's fine. I did, like, a whole episode where I talked for her, so. Family. John Nation, who's your favorite Packer player? Right now on the team, I obviously love Devontae and Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones. Probably the newest guy is definitely Zadarius Smith. I love that man. And he does some great stuff for the community and stuff, so. Yeah, Jason's number. He was on the show. KTA, what's going on? Zachary, good to see you. How are you? Alright, see you, Luke. I can sleep wherever I want in Lambeau. Maybe. Bloodborne, I was very bad, but then I got very good at that game, and now I'm probably very bad at that game. Simpsons or South Park? I mean, Simpsons is classic, but then, like, it's just gone on too long. South Park, it's hit or miss, but again, I haven't watched them in, like, a really long time. The kid in me will say South Park. I'd sleep in Aaron Rodgers' locker. She'd be like, Tom, get out of my locker. I'd be like, I live here! Zeke with John Nation, then who's your favorite Cowboy currently playing? Oh, I can't even say Randall Cobb anymore! Damn it! Sean Lee? Yeah, I'd be okay with that. They killed Kenny. Steelers defense should be nasty this year. God, getting Minkah Fitzpatrick. I slept under the last Lombardi, no joke. Nice. Did they kick you out? Thoughts about, yeah, Steelers defense I think is going to be good. I think Sean Lee's playing, right? I'm pretty sure he's playing. I'm pretty sure. You sleep in the suites? It's true. But, like, is there going to be, like, are the chefs there? Like, are they going to be constantly cooking for me? Or do I have to, like, go out and hunt, right? And, like, get some grass off the lawn and then come back? Like, what do I do? What do I do? Which team besides the Vikings would be okay getting rid of? Seattle Seahawks. Get rid of them right now. Gone. Vanished. Disappear. Without a trace. That one I'm okay with. That one I'm definitely okay with. I have not seen Solar Opposites. I heard it was a bad Rick and Morty. Golden Tate's a free agent. Good, he could stay that way. What do I think about the 7-seed playoffs? I'm mad about it. I think it while there's more playoff games, which I'm always for, I don't know, I feel it also is going to allow some pretty terrible teams to get in. So, meh. Meh. Do you think we're signing Snacks after the arrest of Adams? No, I don't think Adams is really going to face too many problems. So, I'd choose Lambeau, but I don't know if Adams is going to make the team. Thinking maybe on a large suite, just think being able to wake up drunk and not have to move to watch the game. That would be pretty phenomenal. Their Wi-Fi is not great, but I can make it work. I'll just run an Ethernet cable. Nicholas, $2. Who do you like better in press coverage, or press conferences, excuse me? Matt or Mike M? I mean, obviously we've only had like a year of LaFleur, and a lot more of Mike. Mike kind of just said the same thing over and over again, but I will say Matt LaFleur like keeps it very, very safe in press conferences and really doesn't say a whole lot. Can I say neither? Like, they're kind of both very, like, conservative and, like, not really saying anything. It's kind of like politicians who are just like, I'm going to go on a 90-minute tangent, and you got nothing from that. But Matt LaFleur is sexier, so better to look at. Definitely. Definitely. Let's see. If I wasn't a Packer fan, what team would I like? Nothing, because I would just not exist. I wouldn't even exist. Otis on Packast. Oh, I love it. Soul Opposite's pretty good. Maybe I'll check it out. I have a few shows on the list. Is Rivers a good fit for the Colts? Some people were being like, oh my god, they're going to crush their division. I don't know about that. There was some time last year that Rivers did not look good at all. I'm not ready to say they're going to make the playoffs. They'll be more competitive, I think, but I don't know if they'll make the playoffs. How do I feel about having more subs in Sports Fury? Well, let's put it this way. Sports Fury, some great guys. I also feel like we both weren't at full strength, though, because there's no sports, though, so they're not able to stream it. So I feel like it's a little bit unfair. So let's get back to, like, you know, some normalcy with some sports, and then we'll reconvene and see. But right now, the next thing that's on the horizon is 100K. That's what we're going for. One faded gun number 499. Cowboys fans, we're going to the Super Bowl this year. It's our year. Browns fans, we're going to playoffs this year. It's our year. Oh, Browns. Oh, Browns. It's just a sad, sad life. Clowney free agent? Yeah, $20 million, though. I ain't paying him that crap. That's what he wanted. And that is not happening. What kind of beer are you drinking? Just a little Dos Equis. 100K before week 1? Possible? Likely? Probably not. It's been slowing down. I'm averaging like 150 to like 300 a day at this point. So I'm just waiting like for things to like really, really slow down. Because like I remember, obviously I wasn't putting out content still 5 days a week last year after the draft, but like it slowed to a crawl to a point where there was a few days I would actually lose a couple subs. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just depends. Obviously, the reaction videos, if I decide to make all of them, I have 9 more weeks of content. So that's always a plus. That can continue to drive people. But it'll be tough. I think at this point, you know, instead of getting it before the Super Bowl next year, I think we'll get 100K before the end of this year. So I'm happy with that. I mean, we've grown a ton. So very, very happy with that. What are my expectations for the Packers this year? To be competitive and be in the running to potentially win the division. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think they're going to be 13-3 again. But listen, as long as they make it to the dance. What hair cream do I use? I don't use any hair cream, but I use pomade. I used to use gel back. I used to not do anything with my hair. But back in the day, I used gel. And by back in the day, I mean literally like 8 months ago. And then I was introduced to a pomade that my barber, I finally found a barber after 29 years that I liked. And he was like, here, try this pomade. I'm like, what's pomade? It sounds fancy. And I love it, and it smells good, and it works really well. So, do I remember the name? Nope. 150K before the Super Bowl? Listen, right now, I'm just like full speed ahead. Let's get 100K, and then let's go. Do I play Animal Crossing? Yes, not as much these days, but we'll see. Well, put it this way. So, this is not the first Packast notebook, but this one started on April 23rd, 2019. And when I started it, I wrote how many subs I had. So April 23rd of last year, I had 22,320 subs. Not too shabby with the growth. Not too shabby. Do you think if you weren't allergic to dairy, you'd still end up vegan? Yes. And then also how many EpiPens? None. Because I'm not anaphylactic, but I will break out into hives, and it will not be a fun time for anybody. Johnny O with a $5 donation. Which former Packer player would you love to see come back to the Packers, either from retirement, free agency, or a different team in the roster? Okay, so not death, because that would be Reggie White. But from retirement, right now, this year, or from another team, I wouldn't mind seeing Micah Hyde come back. That would be good. Casey Hayward could also help. But I would say from retirement, it's going to be Jordy, or if he's healthy, of course, like, you know, these are hypotheticals, Nick Collins. Give me some Nick Collins back, or maybe even BJ Raji. Show me what you got, Raji. That's it. That's it. What team do I hate? Seattle Seahawks. What's going on, Daniel? How you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Cam Newton to the Jets? Meh. I know, 40 chess player. It's the irony of my life. That's it. Mike Daniels should come back to the Packers. I'll spoil it for you. I don't think so. But Donald Driver back, I'll take that. Dancing with the Stars, all the way back. So, AB to Green Bay? No. Did a video on that already. Jetfire Talks, I'm from the future. You reach 100K on August 27th, 2020. I'm going to hold you to that. Flacco did go to the Jets. Yes. Yes, he did. Thoughts on the Texans? Oh, boy. Billy Boy O'Brien. This is not a bottle opener. That's a pen. Yeah, the Texans, they'll be competitive in their division, but I think they've regressed this year. That'd be my honest opinion about them. And plus, they have Bill O'Brien, so it's never going to be great. Felix, Channel Nation, let's see. Who, in your opinion, is Jordan Love's pro comparison? Huh. You know what's funny? I would do two people. I would do Brett Favre, and I would do Aaron Rodgers. 2018, there were some plays that he looked like Aaron Rodgers. The way he can extend the play, and some of the windows he was throwing into, absolutely. But then also he can bomb it, so he has a really, really strong arm like Favre, but he also can be reckless with the ball and make really terrible decisions like Favre did. So those would be my two, which I know is ironic since he got drafted by the Packers, but he has that duality. I know Jordy on the Pat McAfee show, he's saying, oh yeah, definitely. God, please, Jordy, don't play with my heart like that. One faded Gunner 49. Do you think Bills culture, team first minded players like Josh Allen over stats first players like OBJ will help them in the long run? I think it will keep them with organizations longer. Will they be the most paid? Probably not. But I think it'll help them find a team no matter what. Because like I would say like a Ryan Fitzpatrick is one of those guys that it's like team first, and look at how many teams he's been on. You know, because again, those guys who are like putting up amazing stats, yeah, they get paid like a whole lot of money, but you know, look at like an AB or an OBJ. Dion, love the content. Thank you. Biggest underdog next season. Ooh, that's a good question. I'd say the Broncos and Cardinals are up there. Another underdog who could do well, maybe the Eagles. And maybe the Lions. but that's a big old maybe. It's a Matt Patricia's just like, oh, okay, I'm going to start coaching and do good. Those were good words. Let's see. Am I a fan of other sports? No, but watching the Michael Jordan documentary makes me want to. How many times on average do I poop a day? Definitely 2. 2 in the morning and sometimes a third depending on what I eat. A lot of grass. KSK with $2 Nation, it's almost like every QB goes to the Jets. Yeah, it's just a rite of passages this time. Do I think Diggs will hate Josh Allen more than Kirk Cousins? I don't think so. He might hate being in Buffalo because it's going to be cold and I would say there's less to do. But if he starts complaining, Bills will just be like, get out. Carl would find out his favorite AFC team and why is it the Ravens? I do like the Ravens. I do like Lamar Jackson. I like Harbaugh. Other than that, I mean, I do like Patrick Mahomes. I do like the Chiefs. And then I would say, other than that, yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah. So I would say Ravens are up there. They have a good purple team, unlike the other ones. Let's see. Packers run game should be freaking awesome this year. I am very much looking forward to that. No love for Pittsburgh. They beat us like every single time except for the Super Bowl. So, you know, it's a competition. Like, we don't play the Ravens a whole lot. And we don't play the Chiefs a whole lot either. And we beat them, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, I know, Shad. That is very sad. I think the Bills could definitely make it to the playoffs. They're my lock to win the division. Ray at $5 Nation, if you could pick a current player for offense, defense, special team to start a team, who would they be? Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so right now, like at the current age that they're at. Okay. I feel like for offense, you're going to have to go with like Patrick Mahomes. I would go with Pat Mahomes. Defense, probably Aaron Donald. And then special teams. Does Tyreek Hill return punts anymore? Or kicks? I couldn't tell you on special teams. But Donald and Mahomes would probably be the two that I'd say for offense and defense. Those are the ones. New to watching, I love everything you do. Was wondering, who do you think could end up going number 1 next year? Did I catch that? I think I caught that. I caught that donation. Was that? Yeah! Colin, I caught that message. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I caught it there. Who's going to be number 1? I think it's Trevor Lawrence, and I think it's going to be the Jaguars going to be drafting him. So, yeah, Montravius Adams got arrested. He had pot, and I think he was driving with a suspended license, I think that's what it was. Or his car wasn't registered or something. He'll be fine. Will he make the team? I don't know. But it won't have anything to do with pot. I didn't see Hackett's Zoom interview. No, I caught special teams, and that was about it. Colby, what's going on, buddy? How are you? That's it. Oren Burks or Kamal Martin? Honestly, I have more faith in Martin at this point. I would love if Burks stepped up. That'd be great. I wanted him to do well out of college. I actually picked him. H-Town, what's going on? Good to see you. Thoughts on the Vikings offense? Could be potent. Could be potent. Obviously, they lost Diggs. We'll see if Justin Jefferson's going to make an immediate impact on the team. I don't know if he will in his first year, but if they get Dalvin Cook going, they'll be okay. The problem with the Vikings offense, though, is that if they don't get Dalvin Cook going, usually they run into problems. That's kind of like the issue with them. Because while Kirk Cousins has been serviceable, especially as he was last season, when you put the game in his hands, usually it doesn't go that well. Thoughts on the Lions this year? I thought the Lions could be good last year. And look what happened. They just can't get their crap together. I think there's just so many different variables and that they're just not cohesive at all. And because of that, they don't play well. Obviously, there was injuries last year. Will Okuda come and make an immediate impact? I don't know. I think he's definitely going to help that secondary. Is the line going to get better? And is the offense going to be able to hum along? Obviously, they went out and got a running back in the second round, which I think will definitely enhance their offense. So, they could. The Packers should definitely retire number 6 for Jay Cutler. Yes. Definitely. Favorite moment from The Last Dance. It's kind of all blurring together at this point. I binged a bunch of it. I would say, I mean, the whole pizza thing, it wasn't the flu. It was like food poisoning, and you know that those like pizza guys like poisoned him. But actually, the thing I think the two things that stick out to me was, one, when they did that episode on like the Air Jordans, and I think it was Nike wanted to sell like $3 or $4 million worth of shoes after like 3 or 4 years, and they sold like over 100 million in the first year, which was crazy. But I think what I like overall is like they're not shot. Michael Jordan obviously had a bunch of influence on how he was going to be perceived with this, but I do like how they made it seem of like, hey, like, you know, fame and fortune, you know, it's not necessarily like the greatest thing. You can still be pretty damn depressed and stuff like that. So I like that they didn't shy away from that. I wish the Vikings would play every Monday night. Yes. Dave Boucher said, "Donation train choo choo." Thank you, Dave Boucher. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate it. I think we will retire 12. Yes. If we retired 4, we'll retire 12. Yeah. Broncos. I'm very much looking forward to watching the Broncos play. Nathan Peterman or Jamarcus Russell? Definitely Peterman all day, every day. Nathan Peterman or Jay Cutler? Jay Cutler, because he did more for the Packers. Alan Lazard for 100 yards or sign Antonio Brown for a 1-year deal? What? I don't know. Maybe that means EQ got 1,000, so I'll take that. How did I become a Packers fan? I really should have a bot for this. Dad was a diehard Cowboys fan growing up, tried to make me a Cowboys fan. Went into 5th grade when I was in 1997, heard that the Packers beat the Cowboys, and was a fan ever since. It was the year they went to the Super Bowl 32, so sometime during the regular season they played the Cowboys, and I was like, haha, they beat my dad's team, and I was like, I'm going to like you. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Leon, how you doing? Do I wish Geronimo Allison stayed at all? No, because he didn't prove himself last year. Again, before his injury a couple years ago, I was like, yes. Last year, he was my guy who was going to break out. And it just never happened. Best fan base. Right there. Sean, 299. What number is Jordan Love wearing? 10. He's wearing Matt Flynn for the wins number. So he better live up to it. I'm not so sure 12 and 4 will have the same lasting impact. 4 saved us from decades of suckage, while 12 inherited a good team and continue. I feel like 4 will resonate more. I don't know. There's potential, Matt. I think they'll still retire 12, though. Hot take, Lions win the division will make the wild card. They could. Win the division? I don't know. But good use of your soundboard to put recurring questions in. I'll just literally just be like, I'll just play the sound clip of me answering the question, and then I'll just go back. Do I play Madden? I used to. I haven't in a long, long time, but I will again. I'd like to get a Madden Mondays thing going on. We'll see what happens. Without looking, what was the score of the Cowboys-Packers game? I have no idea. No idea. Not a clue. I walked in 5th grade and was like, ha ha! And I remember going home and was like, Dad, what happened to the Cowboys? I don't even think he watched the game. And I was like, the Packers beat them! They're my team now! So, do I think the Eagles will beat the Packers this year? They could. Do I think they will? No. We're going to run all over them. Most overrated NFC team going into the 2020 season? Most overrated. The Buccaneers. By far. Gardner Minshew, I hope the Jaguars actually give him a chance to prove that he's a franchise QB. 45-17 Packers. Nice. There you go. Oh, I like this back-to-back. Kasim says, who's winning the Super Bowl? And Joe says, Packers winning the Super Bowl, baby. There you go. That's it. Dan says, choo-choo, damn it. That's it. Choo-choo-de-choo-choo. Let's see. I'm such a funny guy, I make everyone laugh. Thank you. Not everyone, but, at least not 3 people from the chat. So, train didn't even leave the station. It's okay. We're like the Metro North. It smells like puke, but it gets you there. Who do I think Antonio Brown will sign with? Hopefully, a medical professional. That's what I'm hoping. Got 420 in the chat. Aw, yeah. Can I rap? Depends. How many beers do I have in me? Who's the side chick? Right now, my left hand, but we'll see. We'll see if we can make any acquisitions in free agency. Your Eagles reaction vid was funny because it was so precise. I wanted to actually do justice to the Eagles this year because when I did them last year, if I'm not mistaken, the Eagles were like one of the last teams, if not the last team that I did for reaction, and I did not like it. Like, that was one of the reactions I did not like. I did it, and I was like, I don't feel good about this. So, you know it, Ryan. Who's my favorite college team? I don't really watch college football, but go Badgers. Because why not? Why not? Hot take, Chargers make the conference championship. Ooh, that's a hot take. That's a hot take. I don't know if I'm taking that one. How's the TikTok been? Haven't been on in a while. I do need to make a new one. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. And, you know, it was funny because my hair was getting so long. I could actually, after my workout, it was so sweaty, I could style it like a Super Saiyan. And I was like, this would be a funny TikTok. And then I just didn't do it. Ben, what's going on? Good to see you. Which team had the best free agency? I mean, the Buccaneers had a pretty good free agency, so. They're definitely up there. I'd say the Bucs. Is there a YouTuber you have a special hatred for? I wouldn't say hatred. Hate is a strong word. Do I dislike some YouTubers? Yes. Do I dislike some football YouTubers? Yes. It's not Sports Fury or Brandon Perna. I love them. So, how much money would I have to give you to make the Utah Utes be your favorite college football team? Well, I mean, Corbin, you can try, but I promise you I'm probably never going to watch a game. But if someone asks me, I'll be like, oh, it's definitely the Utah Utes. Been watching them and their quarterback all year. Some great play out of the Utah Utes. So, I mean, I'll sell it. I'll sell it really well. Who has a bigger impact on the field, Bagleton or MVS? I'd say MVS. Hold on. Thank God. That was, okay. That hurt the core. Do you dislike any sports YouTuber, and why is it Aaron Nagler? I don't dislike Aaron Nagler. I thoroughly enjoy Aaron Nagler. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea. Someone asked me the other day and was like, someone asked me in like a string of random questions. They were like, why is Aaron Nagler such a douche? I just died laughing. But no, I love Aaron Nagler. But yes, there are a couple sports YouTubers I'm not a fan of. But it's fine. I'm sure there's plenty that are not a fan of me. We don't have to. Oh, Tommy tonight. Someone literally asked. So I responded to someone like it was a random question. It was on Instagram, and I responded, and he goes, "Thanks for answering my question. Nagler just leaves me on red." I couldn't stop laughing. It was funny. It was very funny. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Thank you, Luke. Thank you. I don't think I have. I don't think I have the internet set up yet. So you should do subscriber debates where we just sit here and be like, let's talk about morality. Thoughts on the Ravens? They'll be good. They'll be good. Signed Packers merch? Probably the Bart Starr or the Aaron Rodgers one. I have a Favre poster that's signed, but I also have one for myself. I have a mini helmet that's signed by Bakhtiari and Devontae Adams, which I did that myself. Went to training camp, waited outside for 8 hours, got burnt to a freaking fracking crisp. So, I don't watch EDP, but I do know who EDP is. So, let's see. Dak or Wentz? Dak has had a better support all around him, but Wentz has been injury prone. I feel like Wentz has had an MVP season, though, before, so Wentz. Nagler does have kids. It's true. I love Aaron Nagler. So I know he's not everybody's favorite, but I enjoy Aaron Nagler. And I'm not afraid. I am not ashamed to say it. I know Corey is bitter that I have more subscribers, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, I say wins. Just Simply Cloud49. Hey, man, how do you think the Broncos will do? I'm hearing every opinion about that, and I trust you more than analysts. Thank you. I think the Broncos, they're obviously, having to contend with the Chiefs. I think they have a good shot, especially that it's 7 teams, of making the wild card because of that dynamic offense. Because put it this way, even if the brand new, shiny new wide receivers you got, they don't, contribute right away. Cortland Sutton is going to take another step. I think Drew Lock is going to take another step. Noah Fant's going to take another step. You have Melvin Gordon back there with Phillip Lindsay. I think that's a pretty damn scary offense. So I think you guys will be pretty damn good. So, any favorite prospects from the 2021 draft? I have not looked yet. Nope. I still have jet lag from the 2020 draft, so we're not there just yet. We are not there just yet. Oh, yeah. Dutch Packer here. Drink some proper beer. See, what do you want from me? I'm doing the best I can here. We're in a pandemic. I'm trying. But I did enjoy the Netherlands when I went there. I did. Let's see. Because one day it will happen. I like where this is going. If you had a few minutes to talk to Aaron Rodgers one-on-one, what's the first thing you ask him? I want to sit down, and I've said this a few times now, and ask him, when he first came to Green Bay, he was pretty much universally hated by, not only by our head QB, Brett Favre, but also the fan base was very sour to him. How did you get over that roadblock? Was it a matter of just putting it a chip on your shoulder of I'm going to prove all these people wrong? Was it more of just I'm going to make you cheer for me? Because I feel if anything, and this is just obviously coming from me, there would be some resentment there because of imagine walking into a place and they all crap all over you. And you didn't ask to get drafted by the Packers. You would like to get drafted by the 49ers and they just crap all over you. And then you go out and you are who you are. I feel that would be my first question of how did you flip that switch? Or is it more of just I'm going to make the team win, and if fans cheer, cool. If they don't, also cool. That probably, because I don't think anyone's ever asked him that question. They've asked about Favre, they've asked about the draft and all that crap, but I'd like to know about the fans. I don't think he would ever answer that question though while he was still a QB. Declan at $5. Hello, and my question is, who do you think has the best chance to win the North besides the Packers? The Vikings. I think it's definitely the Vikings. They had a great draft, and they made the playoffs last year, so I think it's the Vikings. So, Luke, I'm very sorry, my friend. Very, very sorry. Yeah, I think his answer might be winning too. So, but yeah, that's the question I would ask him, 100%. Let's see. Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts? We don't know yet. Jalen Hurts needs work though. I watched his tape and it wasn't great. He's a running QB. So in that case, Jordan Love. Jalen Hurts can be successful, but winning a Super Bowl didn't hurt. That's true. Oh, Kirk Cousins is in here. It ain't a Monday night, so. It ain't a Monday night. What do I think about the Texans' offense? You obviously, lost one of the best wide receivers in the game. And I love Randall Cobb, but you got an aging Randall Cobb instead. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And David Johnson, he's injury prone. But, you have Watson. He'll bail you out. He'll save Bill O'Brien's job. Oh, here we go. There he is. Joey with a $5 donation. Hey, Grossi, hope Aaron Rodgers doesn't leave the Packers like how the Broncos left the Packers without a ring in Super Bowl 32. Yep. I was waiting for it. My night wasn't there. And now it's complete. Kevin, Fred 29, why do the Bears get so much disrespect? I picked them to win the division last year. So it's not that. I think it's just a matter of, did they improve this offseason? And besides Quinn, they didn't with Graham. They have a cajillion tight ends. And then they have Nick Foles. You're going to have a Nick Foles versus Mitch Trubisky camp. I don't know who wins that. Nick Foles obviously got injured, but didn't look great even when he came back with the Jaguars. Gardner Minshew beat him out. I mean, there's nothing I'm like, oh my God. And plus, you guys just did not commit to David Montgomery at all. And that guy could run the football. So I feel like there's just such a conflict of what kind of personality, persona, identity your team wants to be. And because of that, similar to the Lions, I mean, I think that's going to cost you games. You didn't play to Mitch Trubisky's strengths, which is extending plays, using his legs. And because of that, you lost games. So, I mean, you guys have a great defense that will keep you in any game, but I don't know. NFC West, I think, is the hardest one. So, I think that's the hardest division. Who wins the AFC East? I think the Bills. I think the Bills. Do I think Brandon Cooks will help the Texans' offense? Yeah, he can help spread by running go routes. Joy says, I almost did because I'm shopping with my grandma, who I love. Can we get a shout out to all the grandmas in the country? Shout out to all the grandmas! I only got one left, but thanks, Grandma. I should call my grandma. How successful do you think Tom Brady will be in Tampa Bay? I think they have the potential to be a wild card team. I think so. Who wins the North? Packers or Vikings, I think. Love, I don't think Love is going to take a utility role. I think you'll see him in the preseason, and that will be just about it. So, do I like Jefferson more than Diggs? I don't think Jefferson's going to have an immediate impact. So, maybe later on in the season, it usually takes a little bit for wide receivers to get acclimated. But, I mean, I know he's put mostly as a slot guy. I think he'll be a consistent target for Kirk Cousins. He will definitely fill a role. I think Stephon Diggs overall was a bigger deep threat and better player, but I think you got a good wide receiver in Jefferson. Matt with $5. You think Aaron Rodgers started throwing sidearm because he broke his collarbone in 2013? Before that, he always threw lasers over his head. No, I mean, I think that Rodgers' technique has been scrutinized over and over and over again. I talked about this with Dusty yesterday, talking about how he throws off his back foot and stuff. But he has a different throwing motion. I mean, maybe that had something to do with it. It felt more comfortable for him, but I wouldn't say it's dramatically decreased his accuracy and stuff over the years, because 2016 he was still throwing bullets, so I don't think so. I said 11-5 for the Packers this year. Oh, Sandro, good to see you. Good to see you. Next time Seahawks will make and win the Super Bowl. Hope not. Do you think the Raiders will make the playoffs? Honestly, no. I don't. Will the NFL want them to? Yes, but I don't think that they will. Let's see. I can't spell. Please hold. Let's see. Second favorite NFL team? The Green Bay Packers. First favorite? The Green Bay Packers. Third favorite? Green Bay Packers. Listen, I'm a ride or die. That's it. I ain't got no second favorite teams. Do I think Packers will make the Super Bowl? They could. As I did a whole episode on about, will Rodgers win another one? They're close. Their defense is close to where they need to be. They just need to get better in one of the categories of rushing or passing. You score more points too. But they're near. They're definitely near. So, will they do it though? I mean, again, this is a pivotal year for Mike Pettin. Very, very pivotal. So, if he doesn't, if that run defense doesn't improve, you might not see Mike Pettin next year. So, Joel, I teach high schoolers. It's not going to work, buddy. But I appreciate the effort. How long have I been a Packers fan? Since I was 7 years old. Technically 6, but. Were Seahawks not running on the 1 yard line, or Falcons choking in the Super Bowl? It's Falcons. Definitely Falcons. Definitely Falcons. Paul Grossi's a Cowboys fan just because, it was the 90s. And he's like, I like the Cowboys. So, that was it. Joey Chill Nation, your fourth favorite team, the Broncos. Damn it. He got me. What position did Adams play? You're talking about Montravius Adams? He was a defensive tackle. Penn says he was limited to the dime because of the lack of LB depth. Your thoughts? I mean, he's not wrong. He's not, but he also said in that, I caught a little bit of it, he was saying that he just like kind of wanted to put the best personnel on the field, and we had more depth in certain areas, so I don't know. All I know is that run defense better get freaking fracking better this year. Do I remember James Starks? Of course. He was literally one of the reasons we won a Super Bowl. If I order merch from Bonfire and send it to you and then DM you an address, can you sign it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Just send me the notification when it gets to the post office, like to the P.O. box, because I don't get notifications for that, and so sometimes things sit in there, and then the post office gets really, really mad at me. So, do I think Burrow starts immediately? Yes, I do. I think they'll throw him right into the fire, and I think he'll be a little challenge to begin with. Papa Grossi in the house! Was helping Papa Grossi clean out some things in the gutters today, and Papa Grossi's here. That's it. More no huddle. I'd like to see, definitely. Dusty was talking about this last night in the podcast that came out today, that we were hoping to see some more, at least in tempo, consistent offense. I agree. Let's see. Ooh, Brandy, that's a good question. Do you think it is time for addiction counselors embedded with NFL staffs? I mean, I don't... Addiction, maybe, or do they have, like, team psychologists? Because that, I would say, like, overall, and then if they can't be helped by that, then they go to a specialist. Joey with a $2 donation. Who is the Packers' biggest draft bust ever of, like, all time? Or are you talking about, like, in recent memory? Because... Let's go... I mean, Derek Sherrod pops up as, like, another one. I mean, Randall Rollins is also pretty damn bad. I mean, Mandarich, yeah. I mean, again, if you're talking all time, then you're talking about guys like Mandarich, but... I mean, recently, we've had some pretty big busts. Jamon Moore, I mean, again, what was he, 4th round? I don't know if he would be, like, the biggest... But there's been some guys in, like, the 1st and 2nd round who have just not panned out at all. Mass Alex, Nation. Cook his first love during the preseason game this year. Oh my god, you might be right. Yes. Yes. The Battle of Titans. Cookis will win, though. Cookis is going to win. So. Let's see. NF. Sure. Will the Patriots make the playoffs? No. Will they probably still make it? Yes. The real Super Bowl. It's true. I think the Bills will have one of the better defenses. I think the Steelers will have one of the better defenses. Ravens will be up there too. But I think Bills might have one of the best. Bears and Vikings as well. Those will all be like in top 10. Do I think Dak will get paid what he wants? No. I do not think he will. Who wins the NFC West? I think, unfortunately, it's going to be the 49ers. And if not them, then unfortunately the Seahawks. I'm not happy either way. Let's see. 49ers versus Packers predictions. I predict we're going to lose, but a lot of time between then and now. We'll see what those teams look like. All right. I'm going for 67 minutes. Almost 69. Nice. All right, we'll do uno more beers, and then we'll be good. Mo Nation, $1.09. Do you see Aaron Rodgers coaching after he's done? I honestly don't think so. I think when he's done with football, he's gonna be done with football. Papa Grossi doesn't think Dak will get paid either. There you go. That's right from Papa Grossi's mouth, and by mouth I mean fingers on the keyboard. So, will Dak cave and sign? That's the question. Does he sit the whole year? Does he just hold out? I hope he does, and I hope Dalton leads into the playoffs, again, to lose to the Packers, and, like, the Bears or the Vikings overpay for Dak. I'd be very happy with that scenario. Joey, $5. I gotta go, but before I do, please... No, Joey. No! Choose a lane. Broncos or Vikings? Tom Grossi, what's your favorite Packers-Bears moment? Oh, Oh, God. All right. Off the top of my head, Raji dance in the 2010 NFC Championship game. The Cobb fourth down from the 2013 game. And then the comeback in week 1 from a couple years back. But I would say it's between the Raji dance. But I feel like it's the Cobb one from 2013 does stand out for me. That one was like real special in my heart. That one, I remember screaming my head off. I wish I was doing Packast back then. I wish. I think Tua's going to sit this year. Maybe he starts halfway through. I haven't seen if James Jones made his Packers predictions. Probably 16-0. Matt, do you think Aaron will take the corporate media route, ESPN, NBC, or do independent? I know he's a big fan of Pat McAfee. He could go, I think he would go more independent. But, like, again, I can also see him, like, just being done with football. Like, just walking away from it and just being... Like, I would recommend, if you want to watch a good Aaron Rodgers interview, do the one that he did with Bon Iver. That was Justin, I forget his last name. But, yeah, that was really good. And he was he kind of, like, alluded to that, too. I wonder, I think he would just step away. I respect that. Ray, $5. Here's $5 for a Go Pack Go to counter that heinous request. Thank you, Ray. Now all is well in the world. Whew, I feel better now. Did I see Rodgers' response to Nagler on Twitter? Yes. You know what was even better than that response? Because they know each other. They riff on each other like it happens. But like people who are just like, look at how much Aaron Rodgers pwned Aaron Nagler. And I'm just like, guys, this is a joke. It's totally a joke. Mahomes or Lamar Jackson? Right now, Mahomes. I'm going to go with the Sammy Summer. We'll make it the trifecta. And then I'll be the last one. Am I your dad? I hope not. I hope not. Not because of you, just because I don't got the money to pay for you. Raiders or 49ers? 49ers. Who are going to do better this year? 49ers. How great was Megatron? Great. He was great. Has anyone ever responded to you on Twitter from the team? I mean, Jay Sternberger responded to, hey, come on, Packast. But I think he did that. Yeah, he did that through Twitter. So technically, yes. I also don't tag a ton of players because, I don't know, I feel weird. So, let's see. This is the Sammy Summer. Sam Adams Summer Ale. Not a, bleh. What's your day job? Well, I was teaching. I was doing a leave replacement from November up until the last week of April. And then, I mean, I am concerned if there's no football season. So, yeah, September's probably going to be teaching. So, and again, you know, we'll see what happens. Jimmy in a $5 donation says, I think any regression people have been saying Aaron has been going through is that he's been trying to be conservative so he doesn't get hurt again. Yeah, I mean, he's talked about, you know, his legs. He's not as fast as he's used to be. He used to be. But, yeah, I think he's obviously protecting himself a little bit more. But again, the guy can still play at an incredible level. But he is also getting older, though. Like, Father Time does come for us all. If you don't believe me, just look at my hair. So. Let's see. Tolan, come to the next 3 streams, and then you got it. Do I like teaching? Yes, I like aspects of teaching. The students are the absolute best part. Absolutely. By far. They're the reason you teach. Everyone else, meh. But the students are the best part. So. AB. If you can have any wide receiver for any team, who is it? I mean, probably Julio. Yeah, probably Julio Jones. He's good. Carlos, thank you for the 99-cent donation. Appreciate it. Haskins needs to be given more opportunities and needs to have more weapons. His wide receivers, I can't name any of them. What students do I teach? High school? Oh, Father Time's already slapped me in the face a few times. I'll do the Mike Daniels episode on Monday. I will. My favorite superhero, I love Batman. If I'm just going with like MCU stuff, probably Doctor Strange. But let's see. If Aaron was coach, where would it be? I could see him like just doing it for like Butte. Or like just going to like some like local high school. Black Ops versus Modern Warfare. If you're not referring to the newer Modern Warfare, the OG Modern Warfare, like Call of Duty 4 was pretty legit. Though gun game in Black Ops was very good. Julio and Adams would devastate defenses. Yes. And our cap, but yes. Can we get Jace on coach? Probably not. I would imagine not. Let's see. Do I play Madden? Every now and then. But again, haven't played in a while. The next game I'll play is Last of Us 2. Right, Ray? Yo, I remember I had, like, the single player for Call of Duty 4 was amazing. I didn't really play a lot of multiplayer. I played a lot of multiplayer for Modern Warfare 2. But yeah, Black Ops gun game, oh, so much fun. Those were the days. Those were the days. Yeah, like I said, I like teaching. The students make it enjoyable. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what the future holds. Who's grabbing MVP this season? Mahomes has a shot at it. Michael Thomas, I know they don't ever give it to him, but he should be in the running for it. Christian McCaffrey. One of those guys, maybe. Strike with 49, the Pack winning the Super Bowl in the next 5 years. I'd say that's a decent possibility. Yeah. Would I be your high school teacher? It depends on where you live. If you're like 10 minutes away from my house, that'd be great. That would be legit. Finished your last exam today, so I'm going to be a high school teacher. Nice, Graham! Crushing it! You're gonna kill it. Nice job. I would go where you teach. California. Yeah, it's a little far from New York. Just a smidge. Would be a little bit of a tough commute. I've done 90 minutes one way for a commute. I don't know if I would do to California. Let's see. Favorite Packers Vikings moment of all time. Brett Favre throwing an interception in the NFC Championship game. See what I did there? I had to think about that. Maybe destroying them in the wild card. That was a fun one a few years ago. Have any of my students recognized me on YouTube? Yes. Yes. They're high school students. It takes them 2 days. A total of 2 days. Any school I've been in, 2 days. Because they know how to use the internet. And they're like... every time. I think this past school took 3. Strike with 14.99. I'm a strong believer that A-Rod is the most talented QB ever. Thoughts? And will Patrick Mahomes be better? Again, it depends on how you measure it. Because if you're measuring it by rings, right, then Tom Brady's the best quarterback of all time. If you're measuring it by, like, statistics and accuracy, Rodgers is one of, if not the best to ever play the game. It's so tough to measure because, again, the problem is that when you're comparing QBs, they have other players associated with them. It's a team sport. I think Aaron Rodgers is a top 5 quarterback of probably all time. Definitely top 10. But again, it gets really, really tough. Mahomes, again, we have to see more of him. From what I have seen, I would not doubt that he ends up being one of the greatest. But again, got plenty of career left. Randy Moss or Jerry Rice? Jerry Rice. And thank you for the donation, hey? Appreciate it. One Faded Gunner. Fair World War II movie minus 2019 Midway. Watch it. I know. Ray's been trying to get me to watch it. I haven't done it. World War II. I mean, I know it's World War I. I love 1917. That was very, very good. Saving Private Ryan. Because it just has one of the most realistic depictions of D-Day. That'd probably be my go-to. Life is Beautiful. Technically, it's a World War II movie. That's a great movie, too. Love that movie. Jack with Shout Out Nation, what was your favorite Rodgers celebration? Atlanta 2010. Yep, it'd be that one. It'd be Atlanta 2010. 100%. 100%. Don't you make enough on YouTube to make your primary career? No, I don't. Not yet. No, we're not at that point yet. Unfortunately not. And again, the problem is like, I am concerned if there's no NFL season. So, We'll see. What I will say though, like we're getting close. I would say if I had to guesstimate, probably next year. But I mean, the majority of my funds come in from its donations. That's what it is. And like again, YouTube takes 30% of that, which doesn't help. But yeah, no, we're moving. We're getting there slowly but surely. That's all right. One day. Nice shirt. Thank you. Love Rise Against. They're good. They are good. I think there's going to be football this year. Maybe not with fans the same, or it's going to be very limited. Yeah, I agree. I think they'll play it without fans, which is going to be weird. It's going to be really, really weird. So, Alex Smith. God, what a badass. What a badass. Will he actually return? I don't know. The Tenet trailer. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm excited. It sounds like a Christopher Nolan movie. So, I love a bunch of Nolan movies. Dunkirk was good. Inception is one of my favorite movies. Obviously, you know, Dark Knight trilogy. Even the one with, was it De Niro? Or not De Niro? Pacino? Was it? The one with Robin Williams, I think. Right? I don't remember where the movie is. Ray at $5. The VA had to set up a hotline after Saving Private Ryan for all the World War II vets calling because of the opening scene. There you go. I've read interviews where they're like, this was the most accurate one. And it was, it's crazy. It's definitely intense. I wanted to show that in a couple of the schools, but they're like, you can't show that. I'm like, damn it! Just the opening. Brett, we're drinking a Sam Summer right now. Not particularly happy about it, but we're doing it. Yeah, Inception is one of my favorite movies. I'd say sci-fi. I know people are going to be upset about this. I actually watched Blade Runner and then Blade Runner 2049. I'd never seen them before. I really, really wanted to watch them for a long time. They finally put Blade Runner on Netflix. And then I watched Blade Runner 2049. They were good. I thoroughly enjoyed them. But one of my favorite ones is Arrival. I love that movie. Fan-frickin-frackin-tastic. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Best backup in the league right now. Ooh. Jordan Love. No. Case Cookus, definitely. History teacher, yes. Ravens can win a Super Bowl. Yeah. They can. That's crazy, Ray. It's a great movie. It's definitely a great movie. But it is intense. One fade to go on 49. Would you rather watch an accurate history movie or a movie that changes history to tell a better story? I prefer accuracy over Hollywood BS. I think it depends. Like, if you're watching, like, let's just say, like, Inglourious Bastards by, like, Tarantino. Like, I like that movie. I'm thoroughly entertained by that movie. Obviously, it didn't happen. Even Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, very entertained by it. I think that there is a way where it can be done well. However, if I'm watching a movie for accuracy, I expect accuracy. Like 1917, phenomenal. And like as a history teacher and as World War I is like my favorite time period and post World War I, like yes, I was like all in on that. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of why you're watching. If you're watching to be entertained, I think it's fine. But if you're watching like as a historian or like a history teacher, then, you know, you want to see some accuracy. There's been plenty of movies where I call out and I'm like, that didn't happen. Bear Down, Joe Nation Pod with you goes live in 40 minutes, dude. There you go. Bear Down. I was on their Bears podcast earlier this week. Check them out. Check them out. Papa Grossi says, best backup right now, Joe Flacco, New York Jets. Listen, best backup right now might be Dak Prescott when Andy Dalton takes over. Oh, I love it. I love it. Can you suggest a Vikings enthusiast that's 2/3 as amazing to listen to as you? I don't know a ton of Vikings people. I've talked to Realistic Randy before. He seems like a nice guy. Go check him out. Modding on a trampoline. Stay woke. I miss jumping on a trampoline. I do. It is Nathan Peterman. That is true, too. That is true. Do the Chargers have a chance this year? Their defense could be very, very good. So maybe. Maybe. Best Harry Potter book is Goblet of Fire, then Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows, Azkaban, Sorcerer's Stone. Order of the Phoenix is last. I didn't really like Order of the Phoenix. Tampa Bay Dynamite. Thoughts on Rashawn Gary? He's got to go off this year. He's going to get a lot more opportunities, and I think it's going to make our pass rush disgustingly good. I am expecting a lot from Rashawn Gary. Probably next week I'll probably do like a top 10 or top 5 players that like I expect to break out this year. And Rashawn Gary is definitely up there. Luke, exactly. Yes. Chargers playing without fans. They're just used to it. Joshua 999, thoughts on the 4th and 15 rule? I think it's BS. Yeah, I think it kind of takes away from it, though I will say I understand, you're doing it for safety reasons, why you have the current onside rules, but it definitely makes it less enjoyable to watch because the likelihood of you getting it is basically slim to none. So, do I think Stafford's job is on the line this year? If it is, it's the wrong person whose job should be on the line. I don't think it should be Stafford. I think it should be Matt Patricia, but that's just my opinion. So, Gary Sternberger and Savage have to have big years. Yeah, Josh Jackson, second rounder. He needs to have a big year. Burks, this is kind of his last time. Kiki, I would like him to step up. But favorite Star Wars movie is Empire. It's boring, but it's Empire. Let's see. Will you fight the guy running the fraud Tom Grossi account? Will it be to the death? Yes. That's why I gotta get 100K, just so I can get that check mark next to me, just so it could be the real Tom Grossi in there. Yeah, Jackson has to be in there. I think Savage will make a jump. Yeah, he was good last year. Can I do the Grossi posse thing? You mean the intro? Sure. Just because you asked. Grossi Posse Packers Nation! Welcome to another episode of Packast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom Sammy. You got too sweet. Grossi. That's it. There you go. But yeah. Let's see. Nope. Thank you. Insomnia. That's the one. Yes. That was good. Yes. That was very underrated. Yes. Inception is probably up there. I had a very emotional response to Inception when it came out, and I was like, I also, the ending is always meh for me, but I loved almost 2/3, maybe even a little bit more of Interstellar. I saw that in IMAX twice because it was just a gorgeous movie. I loved the score, but how did I come up with the intro? I couldn't even tell you. I think I just did it. Grossi Posse had been around because I was doing stand-up, and then I think I just did it. That was it. That was it. It's evolved over the years, but... So. Tom would destroy that dude. That's right. Been working out, baby. That's it. That's it. Under here, pure flab. Let's see. Thoughts on Lane Taylor? Meh. Trade him if you can. Interstellar or 2001: A Space Odyssey? I've never seen 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm sorry. I never seen it. I will say the movie that I like better than Interstellar, though, is with Sam Rockwell, Moon. Great movie. Favorite stand-up moment? Probably the first taping of my album. The second one didn't go well, but the first taping of my album. That was pretty cool. Auditioning for America's Got Talent was whatever. But that one was, it was cool. That's it, that one. Kung Fu Panda? I haven't seen them in a while. Get a Packast hat on your merch. That's true. I should get a Packast hat. That is true. The second one? Yeah, it was, the audience wasn't into it as much, which is weird because I thought the earlier crowd was I was getting a standing ovation. Then the second one was just meh. It's a lot of work friends. So, what house would I be from? Slytherin. All day, baby. All day. Kubrick? Yeah, listen, I love Stanley Kubrick. Shining? All day, every day. I just have never seen 2001. I know. There's a few, really, classic movies that I've just never seen. And I like watching movies. But I will admit, there are some lacking going on. Definitely. I had auditioned for America's Got Talent. They didn't call me back. I should go on the Pat McAfee show. Let him know. I saw that Hide to the Seahawks. Gives them some good depth. when all 6 of their running backs get hurt this year. Favorite Scorsese movie? Ooh. The Departed jumps out to me right away. I do love The Departed. I love it a lot. Have I seen Ghostbusters 1 and 2? I haven't seen any past 1 and 2. But I really, really, really do like The Departed. The Legacy documentary, I've seen bits and pieces of it, and what I've seen, I've enjoyed. So, if he does get traded, where will he go? Honestly, whoever gives him the best offer, and I imagine it's not going to be a division rival, at least in the beginning. 4th and 15 rule is basically replacing the onside kick, and it would just be 4th and 15, and if you convert, you get to keep it. So, like, again, like a team like the Chiefs, yeah, that's a home run for them. You or Jim Gaffigan more pale? I don't know. I'm like white as snow. I mean, I got like a little red today, because if I look at sun, I burn, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty white. It's a thing. Do I think we trade Jamal Williams? I don't know if there's a ton of value that you're going to get there. Ray does not like that rule. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate that. I know it's a big ask, but I need a Packast Toaster that toasts your face onto my bread. It's just me. What are you eating, Tom Grossi? I don't even know how that would happen. Colby, my hair looks nice today. No homo. Also, no homo to the no homo, but no homo. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've kept it like long. I trimmed it up a little bit on the sides myself. Yeah. I cut off too much of my sideburn. Jay told me not to tell you unless anyone noticed, but I did. I cut off too much. You can still see it. It's faintly there. But I was going with a razor and just trimming it up, and I went, oop, and I was like, huh. So, whatever. It happens. I don't think it looks that bad. I hate it. I want to die. That'd be creepy? No, it wouldn't. That'd be amazing. What are you eating for breakfast? A Tom Grossi sandwich. Alright, maybe that's a little creepy. Thanks, Joel. Geek Boy John Nation, what is your favorite Johnny Depp movie? Original Pirates is OG. Yeah, I'd probably say Curse of the Black Pearl. Those are the ones that stick out to me. Let's see. For the longest time, I thought Murphy was you in the intro. You thought I was Mark Murphy? Thoughts on Brandon Perna? I love Brandon Perna. I've loved him for years. He was one of the first... Here's why I love Brandon Perna. This is the Brandon Perna section of the show. Again, when I didn't even have a YouTube channel, this is when I first started Packast, when I was just on like SoundCloud and iTunes, I literally reached out to Brandon Perna because I would go on subreddits and be like, hey, I need a whatever fan for whatever week. And I went out to the Broncos one and they said Brandon Perna, and I had no idea who that was. At that point, I think he had like 30,000 subscribers or something like that. And I was like, okay, there's no way. I reached out to him and he responded. He came on. We had an amazing episode. And I've had him on almost every single year since. Brandon Perna is an OG. Love him. And yeah, big fan of Brandon Perna. He's a beautiful man. And again, he's one of those guys that like I do this often as I can. I was on a podcast this week. I'm on 2 podcasts next week. I try to go on podcasts that do not have a big following. And that's not going to help me in any way, shape, or form. But, like, I've been there. I was there for a long time. I know what it's like to work your ass off and nobody listens to you. And so, like, you know, if I can help and make time in the schedule, then I most likely will. Unless you suck. Then, like, and by suck, I mean you're just an a-hole. Then I won't. But I try. Packers Nation, do you collect Packers cards? If not, please invest. I don't, because I used to get into like playing cards and stuff, and it gets addicting, and it becomes a problem, and I would lose all my money, so that'd be bad. Kill it with a John Nation. Much love, Tom. Love your channel. Go Pack Go. Thank you. Appreciate that. Justin Jefferson, great slot guy. Consistency is what he's about. He'll be a good player for the Vikings, I think. How confident am I with Lazard being a number 2? Like 70%. Would Jade be a fan if you had some fantastic 80s, 60s sideburns? Probably not. No, probably not. I would imagine not. Let's see. Your intro sounds like Grossi Posse. Sometimes I guess I emphasize the G because I carry the G. There you go. I donated money to people who are Vikings fans. I hope they find a cure. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Alexander99, FMK, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. Marrying Revenge of the Sith. Obviously the best prequel. Oh, God. Attack of the Clones has a good 45 minutes at the end, but the dialogue is so bad. It's sand, and it gets everywhere. But Phantom Menace is also terrible, but it has Darth Maul. I'd probably rather watch Phantom Menace again, so I guess I'll mess around with them, and then I'll kill Attack of the Clones. It's bad. The dialogue is bad. Like, real bad. So... Yeah, Adam, I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see. I don't really look at other YouTubers and be like, oh man, I need to pass you. There's only one YouTuber I did that for, and it wasn't Sports Fury. But yeah, no, I'm very self-motivated. Right now, the goal is to get to 100,000, but more importantly is to put out good content. Jordan, thank you. What other bands are you into? Okay, look. Strap in. Okay. Here we go. In no particular order. Obviously, Rise Against. Alt J, Perfume Genius, Emmett Fenn. No one knows who that is, but I really enjoy him. Kings of Leon, pretty good. Muse, good as well. I had a whole list that I just made too. Hold on. I want to get this list. I'm not going to find it in time. Let's see. Who else have I seen? Kaleo has been really good. Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, of course. Black Sabbath with Ozzy, obviously. Other bands that I would say that I'm, like, really into. Hold on. I've actually been listening to The Weeknd lately. I never thought I'd be into them, but they have pretty good music. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna go to my spot. Hosier. Yes. Hosier is a angel who I wish would sing me to sleep every single night. Hold on. Let's see what else. 2 Feet. 2 Feet is also there. Glass Animals is okay. They're terrible in concert, though. Rainbow Kitten Surprise. They're fun. I enjoy them, too. Missio, and they were pretty good in concert, too. I feel like I've given enough. But, Sugar Row. It's an Icelandic band. They just do it in Icelandic. It's freaking awesome. If you ever need study music, Sugar Row. Sigurros. Oh, that's my jam. I know I gave you like a lot of bands, but that's the Tom Grossi promise right there. That's it. That is it. Okay. Let's see. I have never talked to Purple for the Win. I have no idea. Never talked to him. Tom, I looked up a selfie toaster company that might be going out of business. $100 per toaster. So you'd have to buy them for like $150, but it's a small price to pay for a Tom Grossi sandwich. Okay. Visit the UK. The grass is much tastier. I mean, yeah. I mean, your beer is delicious. So, do I like country music? Here's how I feel about the country music. My gut reaction is God, no. However, someone recently introduced me to some country music that I didn't absolutely hate. Didn't like it, but I didn't absolutely hate. Now, for example, one song that I was like, this is a banger, Tennessee Whiskey. And I was like, this is a good song. This is a good song. Colby, right? Sugar Row, so good. That was really good. They remind me of St. Paul and the Broken Bones, which is another really great band. I know I've given like 75 bands, but yes, I like music. Sabaton, of course. Kings of Leon early stuff is great. Yes, that was actually our first dance song was Beautiful War. Fun fact of the day. Okay, hold on. Sugar Row, though. Great. Do I want beans? Sure. Am I rich? No. KSK with John. Is Alan Lazard wide receiver 2 as now or is Funches? Yep. Alan Lazard he's WR2 until he loses it. That's how I'm viewing it. So. But Tom, Old Town Road. Yeah. But yeah, Tennessee Whiskey is I listened to that and I was like, okay, I can get behind this. But St. Paul and the Broken Bones is they're good too. Yeah, country for me usually is just like, I think what I don't like about country, like, so for example, she sent me the song, it was, oh my god, what was it? Like, something fried chicken. And they were like singing about like how much I love chicken and jeans and stuff, and I was like, okay, this is whatever, this is fine. And they're like, 3/4 of the way through the song, they're like, and let's talk about the troops. I'm like, where the hell did that come from? Like, I feel like at points it just gets so stereotypical. They're like, pickup truck, beer, troops, girl, broke up with, country road. And I'm like, guys, can we sing about other stuff, please? Like, come on. The chicken fried thing, like the middle of it, like it's a complete 180, and they're just like, let's talk about the troops. And I'm like, we're talking about fried chicken! It was, how does it feel to get articles written about you? Not many articles are written about me, but that's cool. That's cool. Country's underrated. I will say when I listened to it, I was doing the lawn, and it felt very wholesome. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End, Scott Pilgrim, or Baby Driver. Baby Driver is great. Shaun of the Dead is also great. So is Hot Fuzz. I wasn't the biggest fan of Scott Pilgrim. I don't think I ever saw World's End. I don't think I saw it. I hate the Vikings more than the Bears. So, yeah, those ones. Chicken fried. Yep, in the middle of it. I was like, okay, this is a pretty, like, normal, like, whatever song, whatever. And then they were like, let's talk about the troops. I was like, okay. But honestly, it came out of nowhere. We're talking about chicken. Top player in the NFL you want to have on the Packers? Probably Aaron Donald, probably. Maybe Julio. So, that's it. Yeah, Beatles are good. I like more Lennon songs, but Norwegian Wood, good song. Let It Be, of course, good song. Yeah, good songs. Alexander Valentine ranked Bulls on Parade, Killing the Name, Guerrilla Radio. Ooh. That's tough. I'd probably do it like that. I'd do Bulls on Parade, Killing the Name, and then Guerrilla Radio. Burner. Now I'm going to have to go listen to that. The stream did take a turn. It did. It most certainly did. Favorite Tarantino movie? Inglourious Bastard or Pulp Fiction for me. Yes, both classics. Both very, very good movies. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Django was good. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was good too. That ending was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. But yeah, probably Pulp Fiction. But Inglourious Bastards is pretty damn good. Let's see. Boogie with $5. If there is a delay to the start of the NFL, would it be possible to see season 3 of Coach early? It depends if I write it early. I mean, I didn't do it the right way this year or the previous year. I literally wrote them week by week. So, again, I had an overarching idea in my mind. But if I'm like, hey, I want to write, then I'll write it. And I've actually wanted to. But I also do want to work on some stand-up stuff, too. Because I would like to tour. But we'll see. Yes, there is potential, Boogie, though, to see it. Do sports players deserve to make as much as they do? Ben Sly, what's going on? Yes, because they are bringing in that money. That's it. Again, the amount of attention that we pay to athletes is directly correlated to how much money they make, and they make money for teams and organizations and corporations, etc. The day that they don't, they won't get paid as much money. But, you know, you could definitely make a strong argument that there are other professions that are more essential, but in society, they are not valued as much. So because of that, they don't get paid as much. Supply and demand, baby. That is it. That is it. All right, folks. We've been streaming for over 100 minutes. So with that, I'm going to head out for the evening. I will... maybe there'll be a video tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. But there will definitely be something on Monday. And if you are from Europe, I haven't forgotten about you. I will do an early stream. I'll do 2 streams that week. We'll figure something out. So, all right, folks. Have a fun sloppy Saturday. Thank you. I appreciate you coming in, and I will see you when I see you. So, they complain too much for the money they make, though. Facts. But thank you so much for watching. Tell your friends, subscribe as we go to 100K. I'm Tom frickin' Grossi. And as always,